like grabbed at by the audience?
When I'm being grabbed at, when I'm in front of them. I feel pretty good right now, actually.
Do you feel like you were just, this is what you were born to do?
Yeah, ever since I was a little kid, I always knew this was my dream. When I was 14, I started writing my own songs. And then when I was 18, I got my first record contract. And from there, it went on. I was pretty lucky.
Because you grew up in Miami, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Miami.
And so there you were in medical school or something?
No, medical
what
school.
were you doing?
I'm not that smart.
No, but what
I was
kind
in
of
business school.
Business school.
Yeah.
And so you.
But I'm a dropout.
A dropout.
Yeah. With just 1 year left.
But like, so when you're 14, you decide this is what you're going to do.
When I was 8, I always knew I wanted to be a singer. So when I was 14, when I had no one to speak to, I used to write my own songs. It was like therapy. You know, it was like.
And you still write your own songs?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know your voice sounded so excellent when you were 8?
No, my voice didn't sound excellent when I was 8. In the shower, it sounded good. Outside the shower, it didn't sound good.
Right?
I knew I could write.
Oh, you were a writer first?
Yeah, before I started singing.
When did you hear your voice and know it was good?
When I started to like my voice was when I was around 18. It took me a long time before I actually liked my voice. I used to record myself like in the shower singing every single day, rah, rah, and then I used to play it. It's like, oh my God, it sounds so good in the shower, and then it sounds
yeah, because like when you're around 14 is when the boy's voice starts to like crack. And
when you're most in the shower.
When you're in the shower most?
Yeah.
I get
That's when the water bill goes up.
So you...
Well, actually it's still up right now. No, kidding.
You are so gorgeous, it's hard to talk to you. And you know, I'm old enough to be your older sister.
No, ¿qué dices, por favor?
Whatever that means. What does that mean?
Means no, para nada, no way.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I like older women, huh?
You like older women? Oh, isn't that sweet? Take off your shirt.
I'm kind of shy.
Oh.
I'm very shy.
He's a little shy. He's a little shy. He's shy.
Am I right?
Shy. How right is that to like be this sexy, incredibly sexy, world-famous singer and still be shy? That's so sweet.
I'm very shy. You know what's funny?
So
Before I was a
sweet.
singer, I used to get rejected every single day.
By girls?
Yeah, mainly.
Really?
Yeah, mainly.
So now are you like, you're just making up for it now, right?
Now it's my revenge. Nah, I'm kidding. No, but before it was funny, you know, because the singing world it's completely changed my life. It's amazing.
But haven't you made some decision that you are not going to be about limousines and...
I hate all that stuff.
You hate the limousines, you hate the, what?
I don't know, it's just too much glamour sometimes. I'm not really into glamour. No.
You're just like a...
I'm pretty normal. I have my friends that I've had since I was a little kid. I love hanging around with them. We go skiing, we go water skiing. Just a pretty normal life, yeah.
Except for like when you go on stage, like thousands of women are like beating themselves
But that's
in the
amazing.
head.
That's the best part of my job.
How do you put those two things together with being shy and...
You know, when I'm on stage, I'm not shy whatsoever.
I'm like that
I
too.
feel so good on stage. And right now I'm pretty shy. And
Because you're not singing, right?
I'm kind of nervous. Maybe because of you, but I'm nervous.
Because you're not singing, maybe.
Porque no estoy cantando. Yeah, that's exactly right. Y porque estoy enfrente tuyo, ¿eh? Sabes, con una mujer como tú, Dios mío.
Sí.
Do you speak Spanish?
No. I know about 3 words. I really want to learn it. I really need to learn it because everyone in the world speaks it, but me it seems like sometimes.
No, but it's a nice language to learn. Very romantic, no?
Very romantic. So, you first started singing under the name of Enrique Martinez to like avoid, you know, what? So people wouldn't like, you wouldn't feel like people were just...
I was 8 years old.
Liking you because of your dad?
When I lived in Spain, I left to the States, and then it was easy for me because my father was always traveling, so it was easy for me to go singing with my friends. I used to have a bunch of friends. I used to play the guitar, and we used to have like a little band. So it was easy for me to get away from home. But I always grew up very independent. So I knew that if it went bad, I mean, I didn't want to blame anyone, especially my father or my mother or.
So, but you sang under the name of Martinez. I think that's
yeah,
remarkable.
I got rejected a bunch of times by record companies.
But then you've made some kind of peace in yourself to take, you know, the name Iglesias.
I've always been. I mean, it's an honor for me to have the name Iglesias. I mean, I'm one of my dad's biggest fans. I mean, I love him. He's a great dad and he's a great artist.
He's a great artist. You are so great. You're great. You're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
No, I don't grow anymore.
No, your fame and your, you know. I really see that.
I'm not very good with English sometimes.
Oh, you're good. You're good enough, honey.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, you're good enough.
Ay,
You're
Dios
gorgeous.
mío.
One of the 50 most beautiful people, according to People magazine. How does that feel?
That was paid for by the record company.
Are you shy about people perceiving you to be so, like a sex symbol, gorgeous guy?
I'm not a sex symbol. Trust me, I'm not a sex symbol. No, I'm not. I don't consider myself to be a sex symbol at all.
What do you consider yourself to be? Just a musician?
I mean, yeah, just a plain musician, singer, musician, songwriter.
Songwriter.
That can make someone sexy, you know, but...
Well, it does make people sexy. It makes
talent
a lot of people sexy.
It's very sexy, I think.
Talent is sexy. You are very sexy, even though you're like as old as my kids. I still think you're sexy, and you're a sweet young man. I hope you stay that way.
Gracias.
I wish you the very best. Thank you. We'll be right back after this.